Hello, this is Frederick Ray, and I would like to share some important information on the Agile Tester. I will primarily discuss the role of the tester in Agile software development, and spend a few minutes discussing available tester training and certifications. The Agile Tester plays an important role on the Agile software development team. In his article, "The Tester's Role in Agile is More Than Just Testing," Dele Oluwole states, "The role of a software tester in an Agile environment goes beyond just testing and logging bugs. It is more working as part of a development team and working closely with the product owner. The tester works with everyone on the team in order to improve and build quality into the product as early as possible." In this table, I have highlighted the 5 overall core attributes of a tester's role: communication, technical expertise, absolute role, detect ambiguity, and automation skill. Let's have a look at these, one at a time. The first core attribute of the role of a tester is communication. An Agile tester communicates with the entire development team. Scrum meetings and team retrospectives are examples of these types of communications. An Agile tester may also be called upon for coaching other team members in relevant aspects of testing. All team members should be aware of the importance and contribution of testing in the software development process. An Agile tester will also work directly with product owners to assist in the defining of acceptance criteria and the definition of done. Storyboard or user story sessions are examples of this type of communication. The second core attribute of the role of a tester is technical expertise. Perfectly in line with the Agile principle, the tester pays continuous attention to technical excellence. And this technical excellence needs to be applied to many different skill areas. As the tester works with the programmers and product owners, he or she could be called upon to participate in tasks such as code reviews, requirements gathering, especially when it comes to verifying the testability of requirements, and also coding. The tester is involved in all of these different areas, as their work and involvement delivers a unique value at the end of every sprint. Also, not to forget, development and testing tools are always changing and improving. A tester needs to stay on top of their game from a tools perspective, configuring, using, and managing different test environments. The third core attribute of the role of a tester is absolute role. Or perhaps Oluwole should name it the non-absolute role, based on its definition in his article. In line with the principle in the Agile Manifesto of individuals and interactions over processes and tools, Oluwole highlights how the role of the tester can have widespread effects on the team and the overall success of the project based on their personality and their ability to interact with others. Oluwole states, "Aside from testing, there are no absolute rules for the role of a software tester in an Agile environment. The role of a tester, therefore, hinges greatly on skill and personality, i.e., interpersonal relationships. If I am recruiting for a tester to work on an Agile project, I put a high premium on skill and personality," says Oluwole. What he is saying here is that apart from the testing portion of the job, the tester needs to have a special combination of analytical and interactive skills to be successful at adapting to many different demands of his role. It is these extra skills that sets a good tester apart and allows him or her to expand their role and participate in so much more than just testing. Please pause the video and see if you can think of 2 examples where analytical and interactive skills could come into play in the role of the Agile tester. Examples of where analytical skills could be required include evaluating and reporting test results, test progress, and product quality, analyzing code to find defects, or ensuring appropriate testing tasks are scheduled during release and iteration planning. And examples of where interactive skills could be required include participating in daily Scrum meetings, storyboard sessions, team retrospectives, and even paired programming. Reporting defects to the remainder of the team and working together with them to find, implement, and test a solution. When you look at this array of skills, you can clearly see that the tester needs to keep a very open mind as to the full spectrum of their role and also remain very flexible and adaptable throughout the course of development. The fourth core attribute of the role of the tester is detect ambiguity. It is important to have the tester be a part of the storyboard or user story session conversations, as this is where the tester could detect signs of ambiguity in the requirements. Oluwole goes on to say, testers know how to think of relevant scenarios that can help meet the validation of acceptance criteria well in advance. Applying this skill before development begins, rather than during or after development, will help ensure that the development team is focused on delivering the expected goal for the sprint. Ultimately, testers not only detect issues, but also help prevent them. One could look at this role attribute as a type of preventative maintenance for the ensuing development process. And lastly, the fifth core attribute of the role of a tester is automation skill. It would be best for the tester to have proficient programming skills so that they may be able to turn user stories into test scripts during development. Most of the time, the programmers automate test scripts for the tester to run, but it would be best if the tester could contribute directly to this endeavor. It could buy some extra time at the end of a sprint where the team could then devote some effort to exploratory testing. The results of this added layer of testing could add additional verification and validation to the project. Also, while the testers are writing test code alongside the programmers, in paired programming perhaps, the programmers learn how to write better tests, and the testers can also build up their programming skills. This is an example of how an Agile tester could contribute to a cross-functional development team. On to training and certification. For a best practices standard for Agile software testing, the place to go is ISTQB, the International Software Testing Qualifications Board. I would encourage you to visit their website, www.istqb.org, and learn more about the wealth of training, certifications, and network that there is available for all things related to testing. ISTQB Certified Tester is the most widespread qualification scheme in the world, and the syllabi, contents, and glossary have become the de facto industry reference for the software testing profession. For Agile testing certification, one must progress through 2 levels of training at ISTQB. The first, called the foundation level, is a prerequisite and is aimed at professionals who need to demonstrate practical knowledge of the fundamental concept of software testing. Consider this the basic training for anyone who might benefit from some basic knowledge about testing. This could include people in obvious testing roles, such as test analysts or test engineers, to folks in roles that are more unrelated to testing, like project managers, quality managers, or business analysts. Upon successful completion of the course and exam, the Certified Tester Foundation Level Certificate, or CTFL, in software testing is awarded. Then, to become certified as an Agile tester specifically, one must complete the Agile Tester Extension course. Because Agile testing is still a relatively new approach to software testing, ISTQB's course focuses on the role of the Agile tester. It examines the values and principles outlined in the Agile Manifesto, how a tester on an Agile project will work differently than one working on a traditional project, and how the Agile tester is an integral part of the whole team. Upon successful completion of the course and exam, the Certified Tester Foundation Level Agile Extension Certificate, or CTFL AE, in software testing is awarded. Both of these training courses and certifications are offered internationally by qualified ISTQB providers. Training includes a few days of lectures and study, followed by an exam. These certifications are not immensely time-consuming and can open some different doors for anyone trying to find a unique, specialized role in software development. For reference purposes, here's a list of sources that I used in preparation for this presentation. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed learning a little more about the Agile Tester.